Welcome to Delaware, and drivers, start your engines!
Got Mark Martin on the pole, flagman with the green flag in the air. Boogity, boogity, boogity! We'll see you in Daytona, boys!
Jimmie Johnson draws even with Martin entering turn one. Edges ahead in turn two. The outside lane moves. Here comes Bowyer for third. Gets loose off the corner. Newman retakes third. Kenseth drops to the inside, and Bowyer fends him off. Greg Biffle on the move. Must have been that Bergeron hat he wore riding around the track in pre-race. He gets loose but makes the pass on Harvick and moves Biffle's Ford up to 7th. Big pile up back straightaway.
Oh my gosh.
Looks like 10 cars in it.
There's Tony Stewart.
Montoya, the 42.
There's so much carnage, I can't tell who all is in it.
Both the BK cars. There's Landon Castle.
There's
You
Scott
just saw
Speed
Travis
and,
Kvapil, Scott Speed, the 79. Now watch Tony Stewart side by side with Landon Castle behind McMurray.
Whoa, they make contact right there, and that's a no-no. Jeff Hammond just standing over there in that very spot saying, you know, you got to really watch turn two. It's treacherous. By golly, he was right.
Reagan gets by. Regan Smith spinning. Montoya down into the wall with Gilliland. And now watch this next group coming in. Here's where it starts. Remember, Jeff said these banks are self-cleaning. Everything slides to the bottom. But somebody turned Michael McDowell, and there's another pile of cars in it. 9 laps complete. Red flag as Tony Stewart walks away from his car after an 11-car pileup initiated. Landon Castle came down the track a little bit in turn 2. Tony Stewart went up the track, and they make contact.
Tony had been running a high groove a couple of laps before, and he decided to kind of finally, I guess his air pressure had come up. He'd gotten to the bottom of the racetrack. He passed the 34 car, and just as he gained on Landon Castles, it was like he all but got sideways off this part of the corner. Watching it, Tony was so close, along with Regan Smith. If either one of those cars could have just gotten off the other, it probably would have been a different result. But we talked about it. This is a self-cleaning racetrack. When one person makes a mistake, they all go up, they all come back down. But here on this back straightaway we call the canyon, all of a sudden the canyon was blocked and nowhere to go. And you can see that's the reason why we have a red flag condition, guys.
Green flag comes out at lap 12. Johnson Martin pretty even this time into the corner. A little scattering behind them, and Mark Martin's going to edge away off turn number 2 by half a car length. Johnson breaks early going into turn number 3. So it's Martin by a car length, and as they come off turn 4, the Toyota has the lead. Tony Stewart, Mark Martin, and Jimmie Johnson for the lead. Johnson went by on the outside. He had a big run down into turn number 3 and retakes the lead.
What he did was he changed his line.
Here's a look at it. The pass for the lead.
He goes down, he gets in there a little on the high side. Then he kind of runs down the hill, and look at the momentum he gets right there going down the hill.
Yeah, it looks like he's got 100 more horsepower than Mark Martin. It's just the way he got off turn 2.
And he was really distinctively doing it at that in 3 and 4.
Yeah, Carl Edwards in the 99 started back in the 19th position. Said his car just got way too loose qualifying, but felt like he had a good car for the race.
Showing it right now.
Yeah, he can run the bottom. He really can hang that left side tires down on the bottom there on the apron almost and make some good time.
So Edwards moves up to 9th.
Well, Ryan Newman said his car is pushing off the bottom. They're going to need to make some adjustments to that number 39 car to get him as fast as he wants to be.
Whoa, and he almost
Plus
runs
one on
over
pit
Clint
road.
Bowyer's crew. He was blocked getting out by Bowyer coming in, and that was almost calamity.
It's one of the tightest pit roads we go to. Tight boxes and not much room to pass each other on pit road.
Let's go back to Ryan Newman's pit stop and him trying to get out. There's an opening just past Newman to go to the infield right there, but here's Bowyer coming in, and Bowyer's crew is already there, and there is contact with the Jackman.
And Newman couldn't do anything because the car is there. He can't go out into the pit lane, and the crew is there, and he just about run over him. They did run over him.
Cost them both precious seconds.
Yep.
There was quite a battle going on for third place. Matt Kenseth and Kyle Busch all but got together here, and that brought Jeff Gordon right to them down the front straightaway.
It's just amazing how close you get to hitting that wall almost every lap off that corner.
No margin for error, Matt. That it does, and Dick really did talk to Chad Knaus. We have evidence as Chad has the logo saluting Dick Berggren that's on the hood of David Rudemann's car, thanks to Tommy Baldwin Racing, and on the B post of many cars in this race, and you saw it a minute ago on the driver's seat of Jimmie Johnson.
I go back to what you said before the race, Darrell. Even the guy leading the race, David Rudeman in the 10, looks like the engine has let go.
This guy right here, that 24 car, like he's on the move.
Motivation.
He's moving.
Jeff Gordon came in here 22nd in points to make the chase for the Sprint Cup. After Richmond in September, you need to be in the top 10 in points, or you need to be the driver with the most wins in point positions 11 through 20. Right now, Gordon is not in the top 20, and he has not won. Kyle chases it up the hill, and Harvick is there.
Been pretty impressed with the changes they made on Harvick's car in those first couple of pit stops. They have got that car hooked up pretty good. The lap times are decent. He's the third quickest car on the track right now. Just went around Kyle Busch.
Third place. We're under caution at lap 163 because Carl Edwards said something broke, and the car rocketed from the bottom lane straight up into the wall.
All the air came out of the right front tire. That's what broke. And in the worst possible place, right in the middle of the corner, back in the gas, running hard up off the turn, and then all of a sudden, balooey.
Carl came in here 10th in the point, so he's going to take a big hit with that crash. Mistakes on pit road will take you right out of the picture. Think about Kyle Busch. Drove to the top 5 and then had that problem with the loose wheel all the way back to the last driver on the lead lap. Bad luck follows bad luck in the garage area, engine failure.
Have a new leader, and here's how it happened. Jeff Gordon rounded off turn 2 and into 3, caught Jimmie Johnson. Went to the high side to make the pass. 9th lead change of the day.
That's one of those lead changes that makes me go,
Day, pit road's open. Here's Steve.
Simple feedback from Kevin Harvick. Little loose in, a little loose off, but he overshoots his pit. They're going to have to back him up to get inside his pit box. Tough break for Kevin Harvick, who was running third.
To pushing and shoving. We're now looking at another lead change right off of turn 4. This is what I'm talking about. It's showtime, guys. Everybody's up on the wheel. Time to go.
Jimmie Johnson gets the lead back, but Krista, what's up with Jeff Gordon?
Something is going on with the number 24 car. You see crew chief Alan Gustafson looking on. Jeff came on the radio and said, guys, something is weird with this car right now.
he's not giving them a whole lot of input. Something weird. It's got to be a tire, I guess.
You would have almost thought if it had been a loose wheel, he would have felt something before now.
Yeah, I think it would have complained about a vibration first. I don't know. We'll have to get a report here as soon as we can.
Let's have a look at some of these drivers' challenges going from the 24-degree banking of turn 3 to the flat on pit road, like Brad Keselowski in the 2.
Well, we talked about this in the pre-race show. This is undoubtedly the most difficult road to get onto. Look at this 16 car right here. I mean, he's cooking it coming to that line. He almost lost it. We've seen that happen so many times here at Dover. And look at this. Almirola had to go to the outside to keep him running in the back of Joey Logano.
And watch Matt Kenseth come in. Now, David Hoots talked about this in the drivers' meeting. Told everyone to be really careful entering pit road, and you've just seen why. Pit road open, Steve. Whoa, they almost collide coming in.
They did. They hit.
Johnson and Kenseth. Here they are coming onto pit road. You must commit before the line, and Johnson, whoa, ho, ho.
Yeah, they did.
Wow.
I thought they hit, but they didn't. But remember, Jeff Gordon complained about that a little bit, but they're not taking into consideration where Kenseth's pit box is. He's just trying to get over there to get to where his pit to his pit box.
And what Kenseth does is legal. Big cloud of smoke. Kurt Busch's engine has finally let go.
We heard him down a cylinder right before that last caution.
Yeah, I knew he was going by here rattling, and she didn't make it.
That's the break, though, that Jeff Gordon needed right there by taking that wave around. Now he can come get him 4 fresh tires.
Game on. Game on, boys.
Jeff Gordon finally gets to make a withdrawal at the luck bank.
Yeah, no kidding.
It's
It's going to be a shootout, I can tell you.
green flag in the air. Johnson advantage on the restart. Harvick side by side with Earnhardt. They dive down into the roller coaster of turn 1. Kenseth 4th, Bowyer 5th, Martin 6th, Almirola.
There's the run. Harvick got the run off of turn 2. Takes that second spot away from Junior in the 88.
He got right down on Junior's door. I mean, and that just pinned Junior down, and Harvick was able to make the pass.
37 laps to go. Jimmy Johnson stretching it out.
Oh, trouble right here, front straightaway, 31 car up in smoke.
Jeff Burton has blown up.
Stay out there, stay out there, stay out there, stay out there. Still coming, stay out there, man, stay out there.
And he had a great top 10 day going after starting about in the top 15.
That's the third engine failure that we've had here at Dover today. Normally Dover is not that hard on engines.
If I were Jeff Gordon, I'd be licking my chops, because you know why? I might just come back to pit road and get me 4 more new tires.
Just in front of Greg Biffle and Marcus Ambrose. Jeff Burton's day goes up in smoke. He was in 9th place at the time. Green flag. Harvick even with Johnson at the start finish. Jimmy pulls away just a little bit. Kenseth got a good restart, but can't capitalize. Harvick right with Johnson off turn 2.
Boy, Kevin Harvick jumped in that throttle trying to get that run. It just wouldn't quite stick over there in turn 2.
Tell you what, you better get some going when he's behind you, because he's a hungry hound.
Is it closing time?
It might be. We know where he came from today.
That's right. 8th on the all-time win list. 7th Dover win, tying Richard Petty and Bobby Allison for the most here. Jimmy Johnson wins the FedEx 400, benefiting Autism Speaks, his 57th career win.
Wonderful, wonderful job, everybody.